Hello, hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Good. Hopefully we have some people joining us here tonight. I think it's like our fifth or sixth. It's pretty cool.
First one I've got to be on.
Yeah, this is the first one for Grace. If you're out there, people, we love to hear from you because it's so weird just talking into the void. So if you're out there, leave a comment, your campground, where you're from. We'd love to hear from you. Just say hi so we know who's out there.
I'd love to see some familiar names pop up.
Yeah. And then we'll give it a few minutes here just to let some people join. And we'll start in about a minute. And we'll just dive in. For people who might just be joining, we just want to preface this a couple times. We're going to make this one short and sweet, so you don't have to sit here all night. Just get you in, get you some good information, and get you out the door. So we're excited. Awesome. Do you have any fun plans for the weekend, Grace?
I am just going to relax this weekend.
Yay.
So nothing big on the books. I've had a couple big weekends. How about yourself?
I am going to Cancun for the weekend. My birthday is on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm taking one day off. Yeah.
Awesome. That'll be so fun.
I'm excited.
You better send updates.
Yeah. I found a completely free package trip with my credit card points. So just took it, jumped on it.
Amazing. You're really good at taking advantage of the moment.
You gotta be. All right. So I guess we can get started here. We'll just jump right in. Again, we're going to try to make this as quick as possible, 15, 20 minutes, so you guys can get on with your evenings. But welcome to part 2 of our webinar series on mastering site pricing strategies. In today's session, we'll explore advanced techniques that will help you maximize your campground's revenue through market segmentation, value-added services, effective price monitoring, a bunch of strategies that are designed to provide you with actionable insights that can significantly enhance your profitability. So we can get going. Let's dive in. First, we'd like to introduce ourselves real quick. In case you haven't heard from us before, I'm Kelsey. I'm the head of customer success. I've been with RoverPass for just about 3 years, and I have quite a bit of experience with the camping industry just in general from a personal standpoint and professional. And I'm just super passionate about optimizing everyone's specific campgrounds, pricing strategies, and client experiences. So I'm super excited to be here today and to introduce Grace, who's our Director of Operations. I'll let her jump in and say a bit about herself.
Thank you, Kelsey. So I'm Grace. I'm the Director of Operations. While this is my first webinar with RoverPass, I have actually been with the company for almost 7 years now. And I think Kelsey and I were probably both drawn to the job because of our personal interest in camping and RV parks. So yeah, it's great to be here, and I'm excited to get to do this with you guys tonight.
Absolutely.
All right, so for our agenda, Kelsey's going to do an introduction and recap of part 1, since she and Michelle did last month's webinar. And then we'll go into segmenting your market and go a little bit more in detail there, cover monitoring and adjusting prices, and then we'll wrap it up with the Q&A session. As Kelsey mentioned, we're going to try to keep it short and sweet. And with that, we'll move on to the next slide.
Absolutely. All right. So a little bit of recap. Oh, hello, Pioneer RV Park in Quincy, California. We love it. We're not alone. We know we're not, but it always feels like it. So it's nice to have it. In part 1 of this series, we discussed the importance of understanding market dynamics implementing adaptive pricing models, and conducting competitive analysis. So those are some of the foundational elements that will help you position your pricing effectively within the market. It is recorded and is on our social media channels, so you can go back and watch it if you'd like to learn more about that, if you weren't at our first one. But today we're going to kind of build on these concepts and introduce advanced techniques to further enhance your pricing strategy. So super specific, really diving in, short, sweet, and we're excited. So we'll get going.
So first, kind of just covering segmenting your market. Touched on this a little bit in the last webinar, but market segmentation allows you to target different camper demographics effectively. And by knowing how the market is made up and then choosing what segment of the market you guys want to go after, you'll be more able to effectively attract campers. So here, if you look at this chart, you can see that 40% of campers as of 2024, this year, are families, 20% solo travelers, 15% long-term guests, 18% couples, and 7% adventure seekers. So knowing that information, maybe there's a park in your area that already serves families really, really well. So maybe you decide that you would prefer to focus more on attracting solo travelers, adventure seekers, and couples. You can then research those demographics and take that information and make sure that all the decisions that are made at your park are aimed towards serving those segments of the market. So you're going to choose your marketing, your promotions, and any offerings at your park that you think will speak to those campers. So I can tell you from experience, I just got back from a cross-country road trip. When I was in Erie, Pennsylvania, at this summer hotspot, I stayed at a place where there were 3 or 4 RV parks right next to each other. And they were all very clearly serving different demographics. So I chose the one with the social hour wine tasting, being a solo traveler, as opposed to the one with the activities for kids. So they definitely targeted me really, really well.
Gotcha. So another way to differentiate pricing is based on site types. So differentiating your pricing based on the type of sites and the amenities offered is crucial. So for instance, premium sites with full hookups, picnic tables, scenic views can be priced higher than standard or basic sites. This differentiation allows you to cater to different customer preferences and willingness to pay, which is a big one too. So for example, premium sites, you can offer these premium sites as a higher rate if they're equipped with additional amenities like Wi-Fi, barbecue grills, private patios, and maybe that fantastic view. Are they close to a water feature? Are they super far away from everyone else for that extra privacy? And then metrics to track include the occupancy rate of premium sites, so your average daily rate and guest satisfaction scores, because if you're going to offer these, you really want to watch those metrics. And then an example, we have standard sites. So you can price these ones kind of moderately with just your essential amenities, such as electric hookups, nearby different facilities, maybe. And then we have your basic sites. So you can offer these basic sites at a lower rate, and you can also literally offer anything as a basic site. So, if you have a dirt patch, maybe at the back of your campground, offer it, especially if you're going to start doing special amenities or weekends, events, stuff like that. Some of the things we're going to talk about a little later. Having these basic sites or overflow is super, super important to kind of get higher occupancy and get anyone who you possibly can into your park.
I have definitely been happy to stay in overflow. So.
Oh yeah, I've done it many times. I'm an overflow gal for sure. So you want to also target your price for those camper demographics. So this can significantly increase your revenue. So we're going to kind of take a look at how you can create tailored pricing strategies for specific groups, kind of what we talked about in a few slides over, kind of bringing in the pricing strategy into those different segments of the market. So family packages is a big one. So lots of resorts offer special family packages during school holidays, including themed activities for children. You're definitely going to want to watch booking rates during these different periods. But certain examples of this, you could offer just like a coloring session, or during Halloween, maybe some pumpkin decorations. It's really easy to entertain kids. So there's tons of different ideas there for sure. And then Grace and I's favorites, solar traveler discounts. So solar travelers often, I think this is maybe a little bit of opinion based, prefer budget friendly rates. So offering midweek discounts can fill otherwise empty slots, while you're getting someone that's not really taking up a lot of your resources, right? So that's a good way to kind of target those solo travelers and plus get higher occupancy rates. And then a super popular one, and probably one that most RV parks are already doing, but we certainly need to mention it, is long-term guest rates. So this is campgrounds offering special rates for long-term guests, such as monthly rates, with included amenities, or charging those amenities on top of those special monthly rates. This is a great way to increase your revenue during those off-peak times.
For the solo traveler comment, I have definitely picked up and taken a trip, like, because I got an email saying that I was going to get a discount for a mid-weekly rate. So
Right?
it absolutely works. It works on me, at least.
It works on me too. I'm a last minute traveler for sure, and I love a good discount.
So we're going to talk about special rates and packages for off-peak times. So to attract more visitors during off-peak times, you want to offer special rates and packages. Personally, as a camper, I plan my trips around three things: unique activities like concerts, wine tastings, hiking, national parks, good food, and a place to stay. So if a campground can provide me with two of the three things that I just mentioned on site, like at the park for me, I'm there even if it's in a remote location. So to give you guys some examples, themed weekends and events. So host special themed weekends or events that cater to different interests and age groups. These could include like nature and wellness retreats, talking yoga sessions, guided nature walks, meditation workshops, cooking classes, adventure sports weekends, cultural festivals. This is actually one of my favorite, and I look out for these. So any events that celebrate local culture and could also bring in, different people from the area for music festivals, art fairs, food and wine tastings. And these events will create an experience that guests can't get anywhere else. So it encourages them to visit during your off-peak times. Another thing that you guys could do, creative accommodation packages. So if you bundle things together, such as glamping and gourmet, and offer a package that includes a stay in luxury tents or cabins, eco-friendly experiences, or my favorite, pet-friendly adventures. My whole family is dog lovers. So anytime somebody markets a pet-friendly something to us, we're bound to check it out. Create packages that cater to pet owners, like dog-friendly accommodations, pet spa services, guided pet-friendly hikes, pet photo shoots. Those are really cute and fun. I've actually seen them done. And so these packages just add value beyond a traditional stay, making people more incentivized to come out when maybe they otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah, I would love to see more pet-friendly adventures. I really haven't seen any, at least in the campgrounds that I've been to, and I know that if I saw one, I'd be there, like, in a heartbeat. I want to see more of this. I hope more people start adopting it.
I really think there's a whole community for it. But.
Yeah. Oh, there definitely is. We make up a big part of that community. So we're going to kind of go now into more of those value-added services. So some of them were kind of mentioned in the previous slide, but we're going to just kind of throw you some more creative ideas at you, ad hoc things that you can add into your park without spending a crap ton of money, to offer sites that you can now call premium, or experiences that you can call premium and charge higher prices. So these services can range from guided tours to luxury glamping options, like we mentioned. And I think the biggest or my favorite example sort of this that's not going to cost you a lot of money is the personalized concierge services. So customized itineraries, on-demand delivery of amenities. I stayed at a campground once that had a on-demand s'mores delivery service at night, and they just walk around selling s'more kits. So simple, but it was so lovely. I loved it so much.
I love that so much. I was telling Kelsey earlier, I actually made my family go back to the same campground 3 years in a row when I was a kid because of the s'mores kits. It was just the s'mores kits that sold me as an 8-year-old. And it's like, we've got to go back. So
Yeah, it's the little things, man. And then another example, luxury glamping and wellness packages. Glamping is so popular right now. We've had a whole webinar on it. We're going to have more webinars on glamping, but this can be something simple such as a few sticks and a sheet and some treed area in your campground to high-end cabins, and then including wellness-focused amenities such as yoga classes, private hot tubs. Saunas are a big one. They're really popular right now. Yes, those actually cost a bit of money though, but they are very popular. And then enhanced camping experiences, such as smart campsites with solar charging stations, high-speed Wi-Fi, drone photography packages, and different things like that. And then also adventure gear rental is a big one too, especially if you already have stuff on hand.
with the tech enhanced camping, I know Kelsey and I both love to travel and work from campgrounds occasionally. So Wi-Fi, high speed Wi-Fi, and honestly, I pay more for it. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
even if it was just like $10 to log into the high speed Wi-Fi, absolutely.
I've done it.
So talking about communicating the value of these services, you're going to use marketing and on-site materials to communicate the value of the services that you're offering. You want to highlight the benefits through brochures, websites, and guest interactions. If you guys are putting all the energy into doing these things that we're talking about, definitely make sure that you tell people about it. I've never been more disappointed than when I, miss an event by a day or miss the park that I want to stay at because I didn't know about it. And as Michelle mentioned last month, we definitely understand that everyone's marketing budgets are different, and we're not telling you to go find the money or spend a boatload on it. But for no cost, you can add anything special you offer to your website, to your listings, and to your Google listing. So if you host special events at your park, or you get one of the glamping tents that we're talking about, definitely get those photos up on your online presence. Post it on Facebook. That costs you nothing. If you did want to spend some money on marketing, professional photos of your property, your events, your amenities make a huge difference, and they normally do ROI very quickly. But of course, photos taken by park staff and you guys are absolutely a good option too. And as Kelsey mentioned last month, you can also choose different platforms to run special ads on. So I know Instagram is very popular, and I've been targeted a number of times on Instagram about campgrounds and parks that I didn't know about. And then another favorite thing of mine is actually a logo sticker. So they're not super expensive to produce. If you guys want suggestions, I actually know a couple companies that, make really nice stickers. And I have so many stickers on my camping cooler that always spark conversations with my friends and family. And then it ends up in promotion of the places that I visited and your properties. So
Yeah, same. My entire water bottle, just stickers of breweries and campgrounds. I love a good sticker. So now we want to kind of talk about guest feedback, which is so important. Regularly evaluating guest feedback is crucial for refining your offerings and ensuring your guests are satisfied. So at Rover Pass, we do this too. We automatically gather and analyze customer reviews, providing insights for us as a company. And so we really suggest that you're doing this as well. So guest surveys. So implementing post-stay surveys to gather detailed feedback on guest experiences so you can ask specific questions of your campers or just give them a, hey, did you like your stay? And then promoting online reviews. These are huge on platforms like Google and Yelp, and monitoring these, tracking that average rating, the common themes in reviews, and the impact of positive and negative reviews on bookings. It's really easy to actually take like your Google reviews, for example, and put them in an AI software and have it pull all your common themes, what people like, what people don't like. So you can really focus on what you actually should be improving and what you shouldn't maybe focus on. And this is great because if you are really pushing for reviews and getting the most that you can actually, you might think that having a lot of reviews is almost harder because it's harder to pull common themes, but at the end of the day, you can really dive deep into them. And there's so many tools to help you with this. And then in-person feedback is still a big one, encouraging on-site feedback through comment cards or direct interactions with guests or little guest books, anything that you can do. And then at the end of the day, really listening to your reviews. I know sometimes it's hard to get negative reviews, but these are just important as positive reviews. I have an Airbnb and just got my first kind of negative review. It really wasn't, but not 5 stars, which is what we always aim for, right? But it did, at the end of the day, had some really, really good specific feedback that I was able to follow and improve my property. So I think negative reviews are really important as well.
I also wanted to mention on that. I was actually at a new business in Austin, Texas, the other day, and as they had just started up, they didn't have a ton of reviews, and they did something really cool. They walked over to my friends and I and handed us a business card that had a QR code on it, and said, if you go to Google and scan the QR code, go to Google, leave us a review, and then come up and show us that you did it, you'll get X amount off your bill. So I don't know, maybe it could be a bundle of firewood if you leave a review, a small discount in the general store. But I can tell you that all 3 of my friends and I left a review. So
For sure. I've done it too.
So monitoring and adjusting your prices. So to maximize your campground's revenue, it's crucial that you guys regularly review your pricing strategies and your performance metrics. This involves evaluating how your current pricing aligns with all of your business goals, such as increasing occupancy, maximizing revenue, or enhancing guest satisfaction. Performance metrics that you guys want to monitor are going to be your ADR, your average daily rate, your RevPass, your revenue per available site, occupancy rates, and guest satisfaction scores. I will say RoverPass has some really good reports that help you monitor these. Also, for example, at Yellowstone National Park, we know that they regularly review their pricing strategy to ensure that it aligns with their goal of providing affordable access while maintaining high occupancy. So if they do a price hike and then obviously see that immediately afterwards follows a drop in their occupancy rates, they've probably priced themselves out and know that they need to make a correction. And then just aligning your pricing strategy with your business goals. And it allows you to make data-driven decisions, and you can improve your overall performance and guest experience.
Awesome. Now we're going to talk about using data analytics for price adjustments. So data analytics is a powerful tool for making informed pricing decisions. By analyzing booking patterns and guest preferences, you can identify those trends and adjust prices accordingly. So some examples here are tracking booking patterns. So using data analytics to identify peak booking times and adjust pricing accordingly. So metrics to track include booking volume during different seasons, the success rate of promotional pricing, and revenue generated from adjusted rates. And then another example is understanding guest preferences. So analyzing data to determine which sites are most popular with different demographics. Metrics to track include guest segmentation data, the average spend per guest type, and the impact of personalized pricing strategies on revenue. And then another example is to measure revenue impact. After implementing price adjustments, it's so important to measure the revenue impact to ensure your strategy is effective. What I love about this is it's not about getting it perfect right off the bat. It's implementing something, trying something, and then tracking your data and metrics to see if those changes are impactful and how you need to adjust them to ensure that you're hitting your ideal revenue goals.
And I wanted to tag on here and say, I think it was Michelle last webinar that said that she's a big data nerd. And I would have to agree with that. Love data, love seeing it organized, love seeing it in different reports. So it can just help make informed adjustments to your pricing based on real-time data. And as I mentioned, another little shameless plug for RoverPass here, that our software can help you monitor that and adjust your pricing strategy effectively. So I'm not here to sell you on RoverPass. We're here to definitely hopefully bring you guys some value through things that we see in the market. But I do work for RoverPass, and being in it every day, I can tell you every system should have a reporting suite. But since I'm in the RoverPass system every day, we are always adding new reports specifically to organize your data in more meaningful ways that allow you guys to quickly find the information that you need and make decisions to benefit your business. And these reports will come off of feedback from owners actually using the software, as well as our market research to make sure that we're staying on top of everything that you guys need to run your businesses. And I also know last week, Kelsey had mentioned a couple specific reports, such as our individual site report and our occupancy and revenue report, which automatically calculates some of those metrics that we were talking about for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're all kind of data nerds here. And we love customers who are also data nerds. So if you have suggestions for us, feedback for us on, in RoverPass with our reports, we love to hear it. And we can create custom reports. We'll get you the data you need. And we love digging in and figuring stuff out through data. So
Agreed.
Awesome. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up. I know we covered a lot of ground today and pretty quickly as well, from market segmentation to data-driven pricing adjustments. So we kind of want to open up the floor to any questions you guys have, whether you're curious about specific strategies or looking for advice, tailoring it to your campground. We're here to help. So anything you have, please leave a comment. It will get shown here on our screen and we can go ahead and answer some of those questions for you.
Don't be shy.
Yes. This is our favorite part. We love answering questions. It's in our blood.
On the phone, on a webinar. There we go.
All right. What are the most effective ways to communicate the value of premium sites and services to guests? Great question. So there's a bunch of different ways here, but you really want to highlight the unique benefits of premium sites. So whatever that is it an exclusive amenity? Is it enhanced privacy? And you can use feature comparisons and visuals. So better pictures for those premium sites, more pictures for those premium sites, jazz it up a little bit, make it fun. And then testimonials too. So if you're really sharing reviews, especially if you're using them on a website, sharing the ones that mention those premium sites, right? Because those are the ones who are going to bring you the most money at the end of the day. Those are the ones you really want to sell. So featuring those in your guest testimonials about how great those premium sites were. Virtual tours are another one. And these are getting really popular with sites. And interactive content so that the guests can kind of visualize that premium experience, kind of put themselves in the moment. And then creating scarcity is pretty big too. So emphasize limited availability, selling out soon, going fast, especially during peak seasons to create urgency. And there's a bunch of different ways too, but those are some of my favorites.
It looks like there might be another question here. What are some fun ways to attract guests during off-peak times that don't require significant investment? Kelsey, do you want me to take that one?
Yeah, take a stab at it.
Okay. All right. So you can promote quiet getaways. That's something that you can offer at your park without really changing much of what you do. So market the off-peak period as a time for peaceful, crowd-free retreat. Partner with local businesses. I love this one because it benefits the whole community. We kind of touched on it earlier. You could get local restaurants, tour operators, different attractions, wine tastings to come into the campground and, offer what they have there, or, offer a package that would allow them to go into town and, use whatever it is as they're staying with you guys at the park. And then special discounts. While it does discount off your bottom line, it brings in more revenue and fills more spaces than you guys would have had, depending on, what your typical midweek occupancy is.
Yeah, awesome. Any last questions before we wrap it up? All right, looks like it might be the end of the questions, which is totally fine. We're here for you guys whenever you do have questions.
And thank you guys so much, for jumping on and for watching the webinar. If you guys are interested in Rover Pass, again, we're not here just to sell you Rover Pass. We are here to bring helpful information about the camping industry. But if you are interested in taking a demo, seeing what Rover Pass has to offer, we do have a lot of really cool things that could benefit RV parks and campgrounds. You can go to that link and book a demo with Craig. He is our account executive, and he'd be happy to show you through the specifics of it, answer any questions you guys have. Additionally, please scan that QR code, go to the survey, and give us some feedback on this webinar. So Kelsey was talking about guest feedback and reviews for you guys. We want them too. We want to know if this is bringing you guys value. We want to know, if there's anything we could do better or any other topics you'd like for us to talk about.
Yeah, and 100%. And again, guys, we realize that some of you might already be Rover Pass customers, so please reach out to us at customer success. We are happy to help. We're super passionate about digging into some of these strategies and can kind of dig into your specific case studies or whatever you need from us. We're here. We like to hear from you. Reach out.
That's also hearing just how it works at your specific park. So
yeah, yes. Yeah, if you guys do any of these, please let us know. We'd love to hear that.
All righty.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Hopefully we kept it short enough and you get back to your evenings, and you have a good night.
Thanks all.
Bye, guys.